Yeah. Yo. I reminisce on the old days. Thoughts of younger me, I used to smile with my whole face. Full of adventure, I stayed outside for the whole day. Full of optimism, used to move at my own pace. Now these days, I tend to get stuck in my own way. I'm self-driven, but I still deal with some road rage. Too valuable to crash out, that's what my soul say. My uncle was a drunk, he used to go through a whole case. My cousin heart cold, so he called him a cold case. In my case, I'm unpacking baggage that was unchecked, tried carrying on the heavy ones. But the duffel bag full of skeletons, I tried burying some, but they rose from the dead. Yeah, this morning I rose from my bed with a thorn in my side. I started wrestling with God. He said you need to submit and let your pride dissolve. When you let go of your past, it's when you start to evolve. When we evolve, we rise from it all. Go to higher levels, watch our problems get small. When we evolve, we break through the walls of our lower self and watch our spirit stand tall. When we evolve, we know when to call on the Most High and let Him fight all our wars. When we evolve, when will we evolve?
Evolve with a flower blooming essence. These still waters conjuring my blessings. I'm running through the fields with my wings out. I'm about to fly on. Evolve with a flower blooming essence. These still waters conjuring my blessings. I'm flying through the fields with my wings out. I'm flying on.
I woke up feeling refreshed, but if I'm honest, some days I don't feel like my best. I hit the gym and lift weights to get shit off my chest. Life full of multiple choices, sometimes it feel like a test. My circle got shady like Scantron, but I'm still blessed. Yeah, it's beauty and chaos. Sometimes you gotta go within just to see the way out. I had to fortify my boundaries, told that gal to stay out. It took me 10,000 hours just to get a payout. Now I see things from a higher place. I grew from my prior place, and now I'm on the mission to uplift my entire race. Purpose burning inside of my chest like a fireplace. I used to smoke loud, now I roll up to a quiet place and sit in my solitude. Yeah, I'm in a solid mood. I'm about to start a fast, 7 days, no solid food, just juices and water, thinking clearer and smarter. When you start to evolve, that's when your mind can go farther. When we evolve, we rise from it all. Go to higher levels, watch our problems get small. When we evolve, we break through the walls of our lower self and watch our spirit stand tall. When we evolve, we know when to call on the Most High and let Him fight all our wars. When we evolve, when will we evolve?
Evolve with a flower blooming essence. These still waters conjuring my blessings. I'm running through the fields with my wings out. I'm about to fly on. Evolve with a flower blooming essence. These still waters conjuring my blessings. I'm flying through the fields with my wings out. I'm flying on.
You know you're evolving when you're no longer revolving around the same things that no longer serve you. You're not holding space for the people, place, and things that no longer deserve you. You stop fitting in and start fitting the new spaces that you're in because you're in a different place. So don't be surprised when you're no longer getting invited, no longer getting excited, and calls and texts from yesterday start slowing down. You're growing now. When we evolve, we rise from it all. Go to higher levels, watch our problems get small. When we evolve, we break through the walls of our lower self and watch our spirit stand tall. When we evolve, we know when to call on the Most High and let Him fight all our wars. When we evolve, when will we evolve?
Evolve with a flower blooming essence. These still waters conjuring my blessings. I'm running through the fields with my wings out. I'm about to fly on. Evolve with a flower blooming essence. These still waters conjuring my blessings. I'm flying through the fields with my wings out. I'm flying on. This ain't just a vibe, it's a sanctuary. You just walked into the love palace. Welcome to a daily dose of D. Wrap yourself in satin truth. This love ain't rushed, it's velvet smooth. Silk on your spirit, rose in your mouth. Let me show you what healing's really about. Ooh, she don't play with pleasure, no. Only pours it where it's earned. Let it burn slow. A daily dose of D. Let the love run deep and free. One touch and you'll believe. She's the calm, she's the heat, she's the peace you need. Here in the love palace, where even broken ships sail smooth. Anchor down, baby, daily dose of D. Your prescription to feel seen. No refills, just show up and receive. Let your ships drift into healing seas. We don't chase waves, we ride them.
Love taught me wrong once. So now I learn again, not from wounds, but from wisdom, not from lack, but from light. I rebuild with open hand, because love ain't lost. It's just waiting to be relearned. Ashe. Welcome to Daily Dose of Dee. Grand rising, grand afternoon, or grand evening, depending on what time you are watching Daily Dose of Dee. I am your host, aka GODDESSDEEOFLUV. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening. Today, here at Daily Dose of Dee, it's Thursday. And today I decided to call this Transparent Thursday. Because I'm going to be some transparent about some things. So, the word of the day was inspired by some things that I personally have been going through for the past year, and also people that are very close to me have been going through. So, today is based off people that have felt they have lost love, they tried love with friends, family, romantic relationships, and it seemed like it was a failure. But what I have decided to do, and I hope you decide to do, is to relearn love. And today at Daily Dose of Dee, that is what the word of the day is. The word of the day is relearning love, creating an entirely new model to make the deep and filling love you desire simply unavoidable. And let's go right into the quote of the day. You're learning to be nourished by the love you give, not by the validation offered in response to your giving. And that is by Matthew Kane. So now that we have set the tone for today, we're going to go right into what our title is. And our title is Relearning Love, a journey back to the heart. And this is really from the heart, okay? So let's, you know how I like to do, I like to go ahead and give a deeper dive of the meaning of the word of the day. So, relearning love. What's the real meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Relearning love, it generally refers to processing or reevaluating and redefining one's understanding of love, often experiencing heartbreak, relationship challenges, or a desire for more fulfilling connections. It involves, listen to this, letting go of past hurts, unlearning negative relationship patterns, and consciously choosing to cultivate healthier and more authentic love in one's life. This might involve redefining love beyond any traditional romantic thoughts you might have, and mean embracing self love more and learning to set boundaries and practice accountability in relationships. To relearn love is to rewire your heart. It's recognizing that the way we first experienced love may not have been love at all. Relearning love means starting from within, then reaching out. It's shedding what was modeled to us and choosing what nurtures, not what wounds. This episode of Daily Dose of Dee is going to talk about being vulnerable, self-worth, and people who choose to grow. So let's take a minute, let's take a breath, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Peace and blessings, love and light. Pray the Most High gives me insight, grants me understanding to comprehend my task. Forgive myself as well.
This is where spirit speaks and you finally listen. I'm Alicia Dion, and this is Soul Work. Let's begin.
You were searching in the silence, fighting storms that no one sees. Every tear became a promise of the person you would be.
Welcome back, my beautiful people. Make sure you subscribe to Alicia Dion. She has some good poetry over there, some good soul work. Like she said, it's when spirit speaks and you listen. So you make sure you go over there and subscribe to Alicia Dion. COC, Collaboration Over Competition. Go see it because it's networking at its finest. Okay, so let's go back into our subject for today. We're going to keep peeling the layers on this journey of love that you're going through with me, okay? So, have you asked yourself why you may have to relearn love when it comes to friends, family, and even romantic relationships? Well, I'm going to give you some reasons why, okay? So, the ideal that we need to relearn love sounds a little different, doesn't it? It sounds strange because you're like, I'm relearning love, especially when it comes to different types of relationships, the friends, the families, the romance. These stem from several evolving factors. And in today's society, our traditional blueprints are often being challenged, requiring us to adapt an understanding and approach differently. So, to relearn love is going to require you shift from traditional structure, excuse me. So historically, love, especially romantic love, and marriage is often tied to society expectations like having a family, having kids, being stable economically, and social standing. Today, it's not like that. It's a little bit different now. We have more choices in how we live, whether we can uh, be with somebody and living with friends, or even delaying a marriage instead of getting married right away. I know when a tradition when I was growing up, and this was based off religious tradition, you dated, got married, then you had kids and all that. Like it wasn't a tradition the way I was brought up to date different people and to decide what your mate was. What you did is you dated that one person and then you were to get married to that person. But things are quite different now, right? Especially in those romantic relationships, because you could take time to get emotional stable. You can live with somebody, right? A lot of people live with a romantic partner before they even think about marriage. And some romantic partners don't even get married. They just live with each other and just let it be. Also, you have to relearn love because you might have the influence of things that happened to you in the past experiences. Our past experiences with love and relationships, particularly within our families, can create an emotional map. So this emotional map, especially when you're dealing with family, you're like, I already know what they're gonna say. I already know how they're gonna act. This shapes future interactions because you have that emotional map. If these experiences involve anything negative or manipulative or unhealthy or even toxic, you may unknowingly perpetuate these patterns, right? Another reason why you may wanna relearn love is because you're elevating friendships. In society, it often prioritizes romantic love, but there's a growing recognition that deep friendships can be just as meaningful and vital for your well being. This involves relearning to invest in the value of platonic bonds as significant others. Yes, elevating friendships. So you still, when you're relearning love with friendships, you cannot take unhealed relationships to new friendships. For example, I thought I had a BFF, right? She was supposed to be there for me no matter what, ride or die, woo to woo. Come to find out, she wasn't like that. And I was hurt behind that. I had to heal behind that. So I can't take that hurt into a newfound friendship because that means I really didn't heal. If I'm questioning my friendship all the time and wondering if she's being truthful, wondering if you're going to be there for me, wondering if your intentions are pure, that's not right. I had to relearn to love when I developed these new friendships. So sometimes the love we first received came with guilt, silence, or condition. Maybe your family confessed control, confused, excuse me, confused control with care. That's a lot of C's. Maybe your family confused control with care. Maybe your friends praise chaos over compassion. And maybe your partner mistook possession for passion. To heal, we must unlearn, then relearn. Now, just what love looks like, but what it feels like. Let me say that again. To heal, We must unlearn, then relearn. Not what love looks like with our eyes, but what it feels like. Love isn't always lost. It's sometimes buried beneath what we survive. So stick with me. We're going to be right back after this message.
You're tuned in to Lady K's Lounge, where soul speaks first. Hey, hey, yeah. Yeah. She don't need to announce her presence, she just steps in, and the room remembers who she is. This is Lady K. Her crown don't slip, attitude and ease. Oh, she don't walk, she glides through smoke and prayers. Velvet nights and hair heavy with stares. Queen of the hush, she don't need no sound. You feel her presence before she's around. She's thunder and silk, a stone with grace. Lighting candles just by showing face. Glowing in her space. Lady K, your crown don't slip, even when the world tries to make you trip. Lady K, your fire don't fade. You were born a star.
This is the fruit of our hard work. The belief in the entrepreneurial spirit. The new American dream. A toast to my family and life.
Welcome back, everybody. For all my music fanatics, make sure you tap in with Lady K. When she be going live, she be on the ones and twos. I know she does some spiritual gospel music on Sunday, and during when she does go live, she'll be jamming on the ones and twos. And for those that like some hip hop, some rawness, and some Aboriginal music and lyrics, make sure you tune to Dre Cobbs and the network. Their links are both being dropped. Make sure you subscribe to them because we are promoting collaboration over competition. Okay? So now that we're back, we're going to talk about rebuilding not from scratch, but from truth. Okay? So this refers to recognizing and actively breaking from negative or self-sabotaging relationship patterns, such as codependencies, unhealthy attachments, and fear of vulnerability. So let's start with developing self-awareness. You're going to do this because how you're going to do this, you're going to identify the patterns. What are the patterns that you have had in all these relationships? Identify those. And once you identify those patterns, you're going to pinpoint your triggers. What triggers do you have when it comes to this love with friends, family, and relationships? When you pinpoint these triggers, you're going to learn that what triggers you and realize when you got to take a step back, take a deep breath, take that time. Because then you know, okay, I'm triggered. I'm not going to be a trigger because I am triggered. But if you realize and you're recognizing, okay, I'm self-aware. I notice that I'm triggered, that this trigger. And then you got to observe without judgment. So this is something that I have to learn to do. I begin to watch people, observe, and then I have to do it without judgment. Because if you're observing with judgment, you don't have a clear vision because you already made a decision and a judgment. So you watch the people, even yourself, because we're talking about self, watch how you react to things without judgment. And one thing that has helped with developing self-awareness, which I need to get more actively involved in, is journaling. Write your feelings and thoughts down. I'm telling you, if you don't have any way to communicate, this is a way to communicate. Pen to paper, journaling can help develop self-awareness. Self-awareness, remember, is going to help us to unlearn the negative patterns. And then we're going to redefine this love. That's what we're discussing right here. So then you're going to challenge and reframe your thoughts. Cognitive restructure. So the all or nothing thinking. Okay? Have y'all had that? The all or nothing thinking. That's seeing things in black and white. If I'm not perfect, I'm a total failure. The all or nothing thinking. Those are examples of statements that are made. If I'm not perfect, I'm a total failure. We got to reframe that thought. Especially, we need to stop expecting the worst possible outcome. Income too. Outcome. We're reframing our thoughts. So the thoughts of, oh, this is I'm always thinking the worst. This is what's going to happen. We got to rethink that, rechange that, reframe that. Stop the mind reading. Assuming you know what others are thinking and you ain't even got no. Guilty. I'm guilty of that. Personalization. Blaming yourself for things outside your own control. You blame yourself and you couldn't even control it. And additionally, discounting the positive. Downplaying your success or positive experiences. Sorry, y'all. Somebody was walking by the door. Downplaying the positive. Downplaying your success or positive experience. What that sounds like is, oh, I did all right. Oh, this is just some BS. Oh, I suck. I'm so stupid. I did okay. Oh, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. Downplaying your own success and your positive experience. We have to reframe this thinking. In addition, behavioral struggles. So how we're going to reframe this is we're going to set realistic goals for yourself. Don't try to change everything at once. Break down large patterns into smaller ones so they're manageable. Celebrate small victories to rebuild momentum for your personal self. Listen, if you're trying to lose, this is an example of unrealistic goals. I'm trying to stop smoking. I'm changing my eating habits. I'm going to exercise. Oh, I have this new business I want to start. If you're trying to do all those at once, that becomes unrealistic and very, challenging, stressful. So take one goal at a time. If you're trying to stop smoking and drinking, try to do that first. Then, hey, I made it. Now, let me work on having healthier eating habits. Work on that. Celebrate each small victory. May I offer, I have to catch myself, set small, tiny goals. Do not, may I offer, not to try to do everything all at once. Okay? You're going to practice new skills. If the negative pattern that you have involves a lack of a certain skill, such as communication, you have a problem with communication, you're going to practice doing that. So you're going to actively practice communicating and talking to people. These new skills come with low stake situations. Role playing can be very helpful. Role play. Find a friend or somebody that you can talk to. Linda Healing talked about this today on her communication live. Y'all need to check it out. And she mentioned how me and Queen KELLZ on the ships often do role playing. Not only do we do it on the ships, but we do that in real life. We be like, what you gonna say? How you gonna say it? Okay. And we work on that. So any skill that you need to work on, practice that new skill. Recognize trauma responses. If your negative pattern stems from past trauma, they may manifest as fight, 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 freeze, or funk responses. Understanding these are crucial. Recognize your trauma responses to get away from that negative pattern. And then you're going to have self-compassion. Healing from trauma and unraveling ingrained patterns takes time and effort. So you got to be patient and kind to yourself throughout this whole process of relearning love. Avoid self-blame and remember that setbacks are part of change. That's personally what I had to remember. The number one thing that I had to remember on this Transparent Thursday is that setbacks are normal. I had beat myself up. Dee, how could you do that? Dee, that was stupid. No. Each situation is an experience. Each situation may have some setbacks. It's how you get that. And then, along with relearning love, you want to cultivate an environment that's supportive. An environment that's going to help you build accountability. That's going to make sure that you're accountable for what you do. You're going to share your goals with a trusted friend, family, or a romantic partner. And if it's even deep-rooted, you go talk to a therapist. Having someone to support and hold you accountable is a powerful motivator. Surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who encourage healthy behavior and thinking. Limit exposure to constantly being around negative influences. We learn love through survival, but now we choose it through self-respect. So unlearning looks like no longer chasing people who avoid you, no longer tolerating silence when you deserve clarity, and saying no without guilt. Redefining love means choosing peace over passion and growth over gain. So letting go of old makes space for the new. So I just gave you a lot of information here. So let's take a deep breath. Relax after this message, because I'm going to show you something that's going to help you relax that is coming soon, okay? Right after this, we're going to come back and talk about it. Now, this message that I'm going to show you is powerful. It's going to help you relax your mind, your spirit, and your body, okay?
Thinking, baby, you don't know the world a damn thing. Light up, lavish light. I've been moving too fast, running low on grace, feeling heavy, but I found my space. Lavender dreams in a smoky swirl, this moment mine, forget the world. No stress in my chest when I take this hit. These herbs ain't just pretty, they legit. Tobacco free, just clarity, and I ride this flame like therapy. Lavish life, bold, glowing gold in the quiet night. Smooth fire make me feel just right. Lavish life, lavish life. Lavish life, bold. I breathe deep and I claim my life. No rush, no fight, just vibes. Lavish life, lavish life, lavish life.
Welcome back, y'all. Y'all see what's coming soon? Lavish life. Lavish life. Man, it's going to help us relearn love, calm down, and all that. Coming soon. I'm telling y'all, collaboration over competition. Big things are happening all the way around, okay? So, stay tuned to Blended Healing for the lavish lives, okay? Woo, I can't wait. All right. So, if you still here, that means that your heart is ready. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about self-love. Cultivating self-love, because you know how I feel about self-love. If y'all don't know, that's the best love to me. And sometimes, and often, we have to relearn to love ourselves. Because cultivating self-love is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It's about developing deep appreciation, respect, and kindness for yourself, for your flaws and all. It's a foundational element for healthy relationships with others and overall well-being. So now it's time here at the Love Palace that I offer you some things for self-love, okay? So the first thing to relearn or on this journey of self-love is you want to practice compassion, baby. Practice compassion. You can practice compassion with yourself. Love yourself. That means having quiet time, meditating, getting your thoughts together. And you're going to practice this on a daily basis. Wake up and say, good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, handsome, right? Do things, mindful meditation. There is self-compassion meditations out there. As I mentioned before, journaling. Do things that make you happy for yourself. The next thing I want to talk about or offer to you is challenge the negative self-talk. And how you do this is if you feel yourself talking down on yourself, pause. Oh, I can't do things right. Oh, I'm just so stupid. Oh, pause. Wait a minute. I did a good job. Oh, I know I got this. Challenge your negative self-talk. And that might mean pausing, taking a deep breath and be like, getting those thoughts out of your mind, right? Because negative thoughts cause negative actions. And we don't want to display that to the divine, the universe, or whoever you believe in. So we're going to challenge those negative self-talk into positive affirmation. Affirmations is another way that you can do challenge your self-talk. Then you're gonna prioritize self-care. You could do this holistically if you like to. There's a lot of things that's on Shamaki Essentials that we offer. Queen KELLZ has a lot of different things that she's offering if you choose to do it holistically. But either way, prioritize your self-care. So this means what Dee had to do, she had to put down that bottle because she had a problem. Yes, I had to prioritize my self-care because not only was it harming me physically, but it was harming me mentally and spiritually. I prioritized that to the fact where I disassociated myself from people that I used to drink with all the time for a time being. And then when I came back, I had limitations. I'm only drinking this. I'm only doing one shot. I still do that to this day. Now I have my days that I might indulge a little bit more, but it's not like that because I prioritize my self-care because it helped my mind, my mentality, and my spirituality. The other thing that I'm going to offer to you, important. Set and enforce healthy boundaries. When you are setting these boundaries, these healthy boundaries, you're going to enforce them. And as I mentioned the other day, you're going to clearly communicate to people what those boundaries are so that they have an understanding. And when that boundary is stepped over, you can still have a conversation with them. But if they continue to not respect your healthy boundary, that means you might have to let them go. Set healthy boundaries for yourself and then enforce them. Okay? And the last thing for self-care is to practice. Oh no, I got a couple of others. Sorry. Practice acceptance and forgiveness. You know where forgiveness starts with? It starts with you. You got to forgive yourself first. Once you forgive yourself, you display that and practice acceptance and forgiveness with others. This is going to help you develop good, healthy relationships with yourself and with others. Those relationships that are worth having, healthy. Practice acceptance and forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. And it starts with you. Okay. Now, the final one. Build self-trust and self-worth. You're going to build your own self-trust and self-worth. Meditating, journaling, communicating. If you need to talk, and I say this all the time, if it's on a deep, you got deep-rooted inner child work, deep-rooted mental health issue, go get the help. It is out there for you. Okay? And then you're going to build your own self-trust. You're going to start trusting yourself. I can do it, and I know I can do it, and I will do it. Know your self-worth. Know what you're worth. You are worth what you put your effort into. You are worth living your best life. Living your best life, right? Live your best life. Build trust within you and know your worth. Okay? Those are the steps that I am offering you today. Okay? I'm offering you those. I believe it was 6 of them. Let me guess. Practice self-compassion, challenge negative self-talk, prioritize self-care. You can even do that naturally and holistically. Set and enforce healthy boundaries, practice acceptance and forgiveness, build self-trust and self-worth. Cultivating self-love is a process, a journey, not a destination. Keep that in mind. There will be good days and challenging days. The key is consistent effort, patience, and unwavering kindness towards yourself. Self-love isn't about bubble baths and brunch dates. It's commitment. Even though those are nice, it's knowing your worth without performance. It's feeding your soul and not your ego. Growth hurts, but regrets hurt more. Let me say that to you again. Growth hurts, but regret hurts more. Trust me. Okay, we're almost there. So hang tight. I'm going to close this up with some closing words right after these messages.
She wrote it in the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet, pour, calm like teas. Queen KELLZ with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plan to plate, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, this ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow, yeah. She dropped that lemon balm in the brew. Talk to the leaves like they kinfolk too. From seed to sip, it's alignment work. Holistic hands, love laced in dirt. Queen KELLZ, that soul on the rise. She don't sell dreams, she real with the vibes. Got jars on the shelf like blessings in glass. Reminding your spirit to slow down fast. No rush, just rhythm. She the pause in the system. Where the world wanna numb, she say feel. That's the kind of magic that heals for real. In the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet, pour, calm like teas. Queen KELLZ with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plant to plate, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, it's ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow.
Welcome back, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to Queen KELLZ Holistic Royalty. I told y'all now she got some good things. It's been helping me physically. Yes. And some wonderful plant to plate recipes she's already dropped. So go ahead and get her subscribers up so she can go live with these different things. She got tinctures. Oh, it's so beautiful and wonderful. So make sure y'all subscribe to her because it's COC all day, every day. Collaboration over competition. Okay. So let's go into a final way of relearning love. And what we're about to talk about now, it's going to take a lot of breathing, right? We're going to talk about embracing vulnerability and trust. Yes. Embracing vulnerability and cultivating trust are two sides of the same coin when it comes to forming deep and meaningful connections. So it may seem scary, especially for authentic relationships, whether it's your friends, family, or romantic partners. Keep in mind that vulnerability is not a weakness. It takes courage to be seen as you truly are, even at the risk of having rejection or even getting hurt. It's about letting down your guard and allowing others to see your authentic self, your fears, your imperfections, your hopes, and even your dreams. You got to learn to foster deep connection. And when you do this, this is going to promote your authenticity, your true self. Hiding behind a facade, y'all, hiding behind a facade or maybe even a screen is exhausting and prevents others from truly knowing the person who you are. Vulnerability allows you to live more authentically, aligning your internal experience with your external presence. Let me say that again. Vulnerability allows you to live like how you really are, authentically, aligning your internal part of you and your external. It's going to line up, be the same. It's going to help facilitate healing and growth. Sharing your struggles and your imperfections, man, can be very healing. It allows you to process emotions. And not only that, you receive support. And then you learn your worth isn't tied to being perfect. Because ain't no such thing as perfect. I didn't tell you. Embracing vulnerability and cultivating trust is a way of forming, as I said, those deep connections. And these deep connections are with friends, family, and romantic partners. So now, let's see. You're going to embrace vulnerability. Like I said, it takes courage. It's going to build trust. It's going to promote authenticity, and facilitate healing and growth. So, how can you practice? How's ways that you can practice being vulnerable, especially if it feels uncomfortable to you? So, you're going to start small. You don't want to spill your deepest secrets at once. You don't just want to go, for the juggler right at once and start, because you're going to shock people. You might want to start small, beginning to share less significant fear, a personal struggle, or genuine emotion in a safe relationship. Okay, start small. Identify who your safe people are. So you're going to choose people who you genuinely trust, who have demonstrated empathy and non-judgment to you in the past. Okay? Identify safe people. And this, now, let me set this straight. Doesn't mean people in the past as well. You might find genuine people that you have met, that you feel safe with, that's where you'll start that small vulnerability, small telling your little secrets or things about you, okay? Because you can meet people to develop good connections, relearning love. You see how I did that? You're going to communicate your feelings. Instead of just stating facts, share how you feel about the situation. For example, that was annoying to me. I felt really frustrated when that happened. You want to communicate your feelings using I statements. I statements are important. That was annoying to me. I was frustrated about what happened. I really didn't like how that made me feel. Communicate your feelings instead of stating facts. You know what else? Vulnerability. How you practice. This is a good one. You got to ask for help. Ask for support. That was hard for me. That was hard for me. It takes vulnerability to admit that you need help. Reach out to the trusted people when you are struggling. You do not have to do it alone. You choose to do it alone. You hear what I said? You don't have to do it alone. You choose to do it alone. Ask for support of those that you trust. Now, you need to be imperfect because there ain't no such thing as perfect. Be imperfect. It's okay. Allow yourself to make mistakes. And then when you do, be accountable, own up to them. Admitting that you messed up, admitting that you didn't know is an act of being vulnerable. Okay? Now, you want to understand your boundaries, right? Vulnerability isn't about oversharing with everyone. Let me say that again. Vulnerability isn't about about oversharing with everyone. It's about discerning who to share with, what to share, and when. Protect your emotional well-being is by setting healthy boundaries. Let me say that again. Being vulnerable is it about oversharing with everyone. It's about discerning who to share with, what to share, and when to share. Protect your emotional well-being by setting those healthy boundaries. Now let's talk about trust. Let's talk about cultivating trust. Whew, let's take a deep breath. Okay. Trust is the belief that someone is reliable, that they're being honest, and has your best interest at heart. It is built on constant action, not just words. Trust is the necessary bedrock upon which vulnerability can safely stand. Now, these are some reasons why trust is essential. Because I know a lot of people, because I used to be one of those, I don't trust. I had a problem trusting. But it's essential because it enables vulnerability. You can truly be vulnerable with someone you can't. Let me slow down. You cannot be truly vulnerable with someone you don't trust. Let's just be real. If I don't trust you, I'm not going to tell you nothing. Trust creates the psychological safety needed to open up without fear or betrayal or judgment. Trust is essential because it provides security. In relationships that are built on trust, you feel secure knowing that the other person is dependable and will act with integrity. This reduces anxiety and fosters a peace of mind. Trust facilitates conflict and resolution. When trust is present when you have disagreements, they can be approached as opportunities for understanding and growth rather than threats to the relationship. You trust that the other person isn't trying to harm you. You trust that the other person is not lying to you. You trust that the other person is communicating effectively to you. It helps facilitate conflict and resolution. Not only that, the number one thing that it does, it's going to strengthen bonds in your family, your friends, and your romantic relationships. Each act of trustworthiness deepens the connection, and the connection feels real. It doesn't feel fake. It creates a robust and resilient relationship that can withstand any challenges that you face. So, embracing vulnerability and cultivating trust is a way of relearning how to love in all these different types of relationships. So keep that in mind. To love again, you must risk again. Vulnerability is the bridge. Trust is the road. You'll get hurt sometimes. Yes, you will. D, you will. but you'll always heal more than you ever thought possible. Love doesn't guarantee you're going to be comfortable, but it always promises transformation. Embracing vulnerability and cultivating trust is an ongoing process. It's that journey, and that requires courage, practice, and most importantly, patience. There are fundamental skills for creating and developing satisfying and resilient relationships in all areas of life. Okay? So let me say this to you. To relearn love is to reintroduce yourself. Hello, everybody. I'm GODDESSDEEOFLUV. It means to relearn your own heart. It's not weakness to start over again. You know what? It's wisdom. So, if your love was once broken, hold on. Let me take this down and get this. Let me get this right. Let me say this again to you, so we got this understanding. To relearn love is to reintroduce yourself. You're going to reintroduce yourself to your own heart. It's not weakness to start over again. It's not a weakness. It's strength and it's wisdom. So if your love was once broken, torn apart, and hurt, let your healing be the proof that love still lives within you. Okay? Woo, yeah. This is Transparent Thursday. This one was for me, and I hope it was for you. This has helped me heal. This has helped me heal. So I'm not going to hold you too much longer because I already held you for a little bit over an hour, but I feel it was worth it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Daily Dose of Dee. To the replay game, let me know that you watched it and what you learned on how to relearn love. Because I'm on the journey of relearning love, and it doesn't stop. It starts with me, and I'm relearning to love friends and family. Haven't yet had that romantic partner yet, but I know it's coming soon. And what I'm going to learn about that is I'm not going to take those past relationships. I'm going to relearn, and it's going to be a new love. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you for coming to Daily Dose of Dee on this Transparent Thursday. I hope everyone has a lovely rest of the day. Thank you for coming to the Love Palace. Peace and love to everybody. And I will see you real soon. Have a good day. Wait a minute. Before we go, make sure you tap into Empress I Rose Sharon. She got some information about her new sneakers. It's COC, y'all, collaboration over competition. Y'all come and see that it's networking at its finest, okay? I forgot to say that. Sister Sharon has dropped some stuff about her sneakers, y'all, okay? So y'all go ahead and check it out. Okay.
Stay beauty. I catch truth. And I bloom every time I do. I rose, sweet and colorful. I capture love in every hue. She glows soft, but the power's bold. Empress touch, yeah, she got that soul. Rosebuds blooming, moving free, giving light through artistry. From the lens to the light, we know a rose like her, that's how we grow. The devil like the spell work, turn pain into prints, make the real hurt look good, and that's talent, babe. She framed the truth, let the colors weigh. She don't miss, got us aim. Catch your essence, not just your name. Snap it raw, edit it clean. She building dreams from behind the screen. Ooh, will she see you when you hide it? She find light in the fight. And she paint your flaws divine. She the frame for your rising high. The love like she don't just love, she heals and keep. Let go, let flow. Daily dose of Dee. In the land free. In the love palace, ships dock even here. Yeah, we guide the tide. GODDESSDEE. Push them back when your heart needs reminding. D is divine, D is daily, D is love, a daily